everyone, and welcome back to our Storytime Corner. Today, I have a really special tale for you, one that starts on a quiet road and ends in a world you can only dream of. So get comfy and let's begin. I was riding my bike down a quiet, sun-dappled road, just enjoying the gentle breeze. My little friend Mimi, the tiniest mouse you've ever seen, was nestled safely in my shirt pocket. Suddenly, I felt a tiny tap 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 on my cheek. I looked down, and Mimi was peeking out, her whiskers twitching. "Do you smell that?" she asked in her soft little voice. I slowed my bike to a stop and took a deep breath. She was right. The air smelled different. It was warm and incredibly sweet, like a comforting bowl of fresh milk and honey all mixed together. It was the most delicious smell I'd ever encountered. Before I could even respond to Mimi, something strange started to happen right beneath my wheels. The familiar gray asphalt of the road began to change. It slowly, magically, turned into a brilliant, shiny white. It wasn't solid anymore. It flowed gently, like a calm, wide river. My bike tires floated on its surface. "Mimi, I think we're not on a normal road anymore," I whispered, my voice filled with awe. She peeked over the edge of my pocket, her tiny black eyes growing wide with wonder and excitement. "It's milk," she squeaked, her voice trembling with glee. And she was right. As we looked ahead, an entire, breathtaking landscape stretched out before us. It was a land made entirely of flowing milk. Rivers of creamy, pristine white flowed peacefully through the countryside, their surfaces so smooth they reflected the blue sky like perfect mirrors. We saw bridges made of what looked like giant golden cookies, arching gracefully over the milky streams, and floating lazily along the gentle currents were little boats crafted from colorful, crunchy cereal. It was the most enchanting and whimsical sight I had ever laid eyes on. We carefully guided the bike onto one of the sturdy cookie bridges. It felt surprisingly warm and solid beneath our wheels. And it smelled heavenly, like it had just come out of the oven on both sides of the bridge. We saw friendly creatures. They seemed to be made of pure cream and soft foam, and they waved at us with gentle, welcoming smiles. Their forms were soft and billowy, and they moved with a slow, graceful rhythm. "This place is beautiful," Mimi said softly, her voice filled with wonder. "It feels so calm and safe." I couldn't agree more. A feeling of pure tranquility washed over me. As we traveled deeper into this magical land, the scenery became even more dreamlike. We saw rolling hills made of soft, whipped cream, their peaks dusted with what looked like cinnamon. Waterfalls of milk cascaded gently down rocky cliffs made of chocolate chunks, pouring into shining, shimmering pools below. The air was filled with the sound of happy, light-hearted laughter and the gentle melody of tiny splashes as the milk flowed on its endless journey. Everything about this place felt peaceful, as if the land itself was alive and breathing a slow, contented sigh. It was a symphony of sights, sounds, and smells that soothed the soul. We decided to stop for a moment near a particularly wide river where the milk sparkled as if a million tiny stars had been scattered across its surface. The light danced on the gentle ripples, creating a mesmerizing display. I couldn't resist. I leaned over and dipped my finger into the river. The milk felt cool, smooth, and incredibly soft against my skin. Just as I pulled my hand back, a voice echoed all around us. It wasn't loud or startling. It was soft and kind, as warm and comforting as the land itself. "Welcome, travelers," the voice said. "This land flows with kindness and the spirit of sharing. Take with you only memories, and in return, leave behind only happiness." Mimi, perched on my shoulder, smiled and gave a respectful little nod. "We promise," she chirped. We knew we were guests in a very special place, We spent what felt like hours exploring, watching the cereal boats drift by and the cream creatures play. The sky, which had been a bright blue, slowly began to change, painted with hues of soft orange and brilliant gold as the sun began to set. As the light shifted, the milk rivers started to glow with a gentle, pearlescent light, transforming the entire landscape into an even more magical scene. It was then that I felt my bike gently pull forward, almost as if it were nudging me, telling us it was time to go. It was a silent, gentle reminder that our visit was coming to an end. We understood. We turned back and rode the way we came. As we moved, the beautiful land began to fade behind us, dissolving slowly into a soft, swirling mist. The glowing rivers of milk disappeared. The golden cookie bridges melted away into the fog, and the cream hills vanished from sight. It was like watching a beautiful dream slowly fade upon waking. And just like that, we were back on the familiar, solid gray road again. The sweet smell was gone, replaced by the normal scent of evening air. I stopped my bike and looked down at my tires, half expecting it all to have been my imagination. But there, on the black rubber of my front tire, was a single, tiny drop of milk. It shimmered in the last rays of the setting sun, glowing with a soft, otherworldly light. It was our proof. A souvenir from a world made of dreams. Mimi smiled and snuggled into my shoulder, letting out a contented sigh. So, it was real after all, she whispered. I smiled back at her, feeling a deep sense of peace and gratitude for our incredible journey. I started paddling again, my heart full, knowing that our next adventure was waiting for us, perhaps just around the next corner. Thank you so much for joining me on this magical journey today. I hope you enjoyed our adventure into the land of milk. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep exploring. Bye for now.